I was born to mark beginnings, weddings, births, the first day of a new life. But tonight, I counted down to an ending. I am a pocket watch, old and battered, my gold dulled by decades of secrets. I have ticked in the breast pocket of a man who once believed in forever. Now, I hang heavy against his chest, a silent witness to the night he decided to destroy it. He wound me with trembling fingers, as if he could force the hands to turn backward, to a time before the lies. I felt the sweat on his palm, the way his pulse stuttered beneath my case. I have measured his joy, his boredom, his slow drift into suspicion. But tonight, his heart hammered with something darker. Rage, betrayal, a desperate hunger for control. I saw only what I could. The flicker of lamplight on polished wood, the glint of a kitchen knife left too close to the edge of the table. I heard muffled voices, hers pleading, his low and cold. I felt the jolt as he slammed his fist on the desk, the way my chain snapped taut, nearly choking me. I am not a clock on the wall, all-seeing and smug. I know only what happens within reach of my owner's hand. Time is a cruel observer. I have watched lovers make promises they could never keep, watched children grow up and forget the stories they once whispered to me. But I have never felt so complicit as I did tonight, counting out the seconds between each word, each accusation, each sob. I wanted to stop. I wanted to freeze the moment before everything broke. But I am powerless, just a machine, a relic, a bystander to human ruin. He gripped me so tightly, I thought my glass would crack. "You remember, don't you?" he whispered, not to her, but to me, as if I could absolve him or bear witness to his pain. I wanted to scream that I am only a watch, that I cannot judge or forgive. But I kept ticking, relentless, impartial, cruel. When it was over, when the shouting faded and the silence settled like dust, he dropped me into a drawer, as if he could bury the memory along with me. But I am still here, in the dark, counting the seconds, the minutes, the years. I know that time does not heal. It only collects wounds, one after another, until even the strongest heart cannot bear the weight. I was made to mark beginnings, but tonight I survived an ending, and I will never let him forget it. In the suffocating dark of the drawer, I replay the night in endless loops. My hands are frozen at 2:17 a.m., the moment everything changed. I can still feel the echo of his grip, the way his thumb pressed so hard against my case it left a faint, oily print. I wonder if he meant to leave a mark, or if he simply needed to hold on to something that wouldn't betray him. I hear muffled sounds from the world outside, the creak of floorboards, the distant wail of sirens, the soft, shuddering breaths of a man who has done something he cannot undo. I imagine her perfume lingering in the air, sweet and sharp, mixing with the metallic tang of fear. I cannot see her, but I remember the way her laughter used to fill the room, bright and careless, as if time itself was a joke. Now, time is a prison. Each second I count is a reminder of what's been lost. I am not innocent. I have measured every lie, every late-night phone call, every moment he stared at the ceiling, wondering if she was thinking of someone else. I have been the silent metronome to their unraveling, the impartial judge to their private war. Sometimes I wish I could break, just stop ticking and let the world forget. But I am stubborn, built to endure. My gears grind on, even as dust settles over me, even as the world outside moves on. I know he will open this drawer again someday, maybe to pawn me, maybe to remember, maybe just to see if I'm still alive. And when he does, I'll be waiting, hands poised at 2:17, a silent accusation he cannot escape. I wonder if he hates me now, for surviving, for keeping perfect time when everything else fell apart. I wonder if he blames me for not stopping, for not warning him, for not saving her. But I am only a watch. I can only witness, never intervene. Still, I hope, foolishly, hopelessly, that one day someone will wind me again. that I'll feel the warmth of a new hand, hear laughter instead of sobs, mark a beginning instead of an end. Until then, I will keep counting, keep remembering, keep waiting in the dark, because that is what I was made for. And that is my curse. Days blur into weeks. I lose track of the world outside, but I never lose track of time. That's the cruelest part. No matter how forgotten I am, I keep perfect count. Dust settles on my face, soft as regret. Sometimes, in the hush between midnight and dawn, I hear him pacing the floor above me. His steps are uneven, restless, haunted. I imagine his eyes, red-rimmed and hollow, fixed on the door he cannot bring himself to open. I remember the way he used to polish me, humming under his breath, proud of my shine. Now, I am just another secret, hidden away with old letters and broken promises. I wonder if he ever dreams of that night, if he wakes with the taste of guilt on his tongue and the memory of my ticking in his ears. I wonder if he blames me for surviving, for refusing to let him forget. Sometimes, I think I hear her voice, a whisper, a laugh, a sigh. It's only the wind or the house settling or the echo of a life that's gone. But I cling to it, desperate for something other than silence. I replay their story in my mind, searching for the moment when everything could have been different. Was it the first lie? The first late night? Or was it always inevitable, written in the slow, relentless sweep of my hands? I am not a hero. I am not a villain. I am a witness, cursed to remember. My gears ache with the weight of memory. But I cannot stop. I was built to endure, to keep going long after everyone else has given up. That is my purpose and my punishment. One day the drawer will open. Light will spill over me, harsh and unforgiving. He will see me, frozen at 2:17, and remember. Maybe he will weep. Maybe he will rage. Maybe he will finally let me go. But until then, I wait in the dark, counting the seconds, the minutes, the years. Because time does not heal. It only remembers. And so do I. The day finally comes. The drawer groans open, flooding my world with light so bright it burns. His hand hovers above me, trembling, older now, marked by sleepless nights and silent regrets. He lifts me gently as if afraid I might shatter at his touch. For a moment, he just stares, eyes tracing the crack in my glass, the tarnish on my chain, the hands forever fixed at 2:17. He doesn't speak. He doesn't need to. I feel the weight of everything unsaid pressing down on us both. His thumb brushes away the dust, and I almost believe he's searching for forgiveness in the grooves of my case. But forgiveness is not mine to give. I am only a vessel for memory, a relic of a life that can never be restored. He winds me, slowly, almost reverently. My gears protest, stiff from neglect, but I obey. I begin to tick again, soft, hesitant, like a heart learning to beat after a long silence. The sound fills the room, echoing off the walls, stirring ghosts that have lain dormant for too long. He closes his eyes, and for a moment, I think he might finally let go. Of the anger, the grief, the endless loop of what-ifs. But when he opens them, I see only emptiness. A man hollowed out by time and loss. He slips me into his pocket, close to his heart, as if hoping I might fill the void. But I know better. I am not a cure. I am a reminder. And as I tick on, I realize, sometimes survival is its own kind of punishment. He carries me through the house, each step echoing with memories neither of us can escape. The walls seem to lean in, listening, as if they too remember the night I froze. He stops by the window, sunlight spilling across his face, and for a moment, I catch a glimpse of the man he used to be. Hopeful, unbroken, unaware of how quickly love can curdle into something sharp and dangerous. He opens his hand, letting me rest in his palm. I feel the warmth of his skin, the tremor in his fingers. He whispers something, maybe an apology, maybe a confession, maybe just my name. I will never know. I am only a watch after all. With a sudden, decisive motion, he opens the window and holds me out over the world. The air is cold, bracing, alive with possibility. For the first time in years, I feel weightless. He hesitates, then lets go. I fall, spinning through sunlight and shadow, my hands still fixed at 217. I do not know where I will land, or who will find me, or what story I will tell next. But as I tumble toward the unknown, I realize I am free. Not from time, not from memory, but from the burden of witnessing the same pain over and over. And in that final breathless moment, I am not just a watch. I am the end of one story and the beginning of another.